what is going on, man?
Walk towards me. You're going to go in handcuffs. Walk towards me.
Why? What did I do?
Cartonio, you have warrants, okay? That's what this is about. Turn around.
Man, I'm not doing nothing.
Hey, motherfucker, you're about to be tased.
Tase him.
Today's video takes us to Indianapolis, Indiana. In most breakdowns, we usually define what is lawful and what is not. But we're here to dig a little deeper than that, to invoke thought and to create a conversation. I'm Sean Tyree. Welcome to Vest Life. So a brief rundown as to why officers are even coming in contact with this person. So it turns out the suspect has a felony warrant, and what you're going to see is a task force that Indianapolis put together in order to arrest this person. So we'll get the video started. So this aerial view that you're seeing right here is from Indianapolis PD's drone. And the drone is actually becoming a common thing across agencies throughout the US, especially if they have the funding. It's faster than requesting a, say, plane or a helicopter, because it can easily be deployed from the department, or if officers have mobile drones where they can park at a safe distance and end up tossing in the air as the op goes along. So what you're seeing here is the drone. And they're very effective. They're fast deployment, provides officers accurate location of the suspect that they're trying to view, especially if there's no tree coverage. And you can easily see if the suspect is holding a weapon, if there are other people are in the area, if this may be an ambush type of situation. So drones are becoming very effective and quickly utilized. If agencies don't have the funding, they're quickly grabbing or gathering grants for funding, so that way they can have a drone program within their agency as well.
Keep your hands up.
Walk towards us.
Walk. Yeah, she's leaving.
Walk towards us through the fence right here.
Fence line right here.
Walk towards us. Walk towards us through the fence. I understand that. Walk towards us through the fence. There's police officers on both sides of that garage. Come on.
Keep your hands up.
Adam 240 is Taser mixed by subject area.
You want to go less lethal?
Put your hands up.
You got Taser.
We're giving you lawful command.
We're on ED1.
Keep your hands up.
Go ahead, Alyssa.
Hands up.
Alyssa has less
Keep
lethal.
your hands up now.
We got command.
We got command.
I'll do
Walk
hands
to me.
when she gets next.
Walk to me. Keep walking. Listen to our command. You're about to get tased, man.
What is going on?
Walk to us now.
That's what I'm doing.
Right.
Keep walking. Walk to the sound of my voice now, man.
Come here.
You keep
Walk
on
to
messing
me.
I
around.
don't know what
Keep
to do.
walking.
What do you want me to do, man?
Jones, hold on.
Shit.
Walk towards me.
No, what is going on, man?
Walk towards
What's
me.
going
You're
on?
going to go in handcuffs. Walk towards
Why?
me.
What did I do?
Cartonio, you have warrants, okay? That's what this is about. Turn around.
Man, I'm not doing nothing.
Hey, motherfucker, you're about to be tased.
Tase him.
Keep your hands where I can see them or you're going to get shot. I will not give you another warning. You pull them.
So as I briefly stop this, so what you're seeing, just so you can break down, this is your standard contact team. Now, there appears to be two teams if you heard them say, hey, we got command, which is good because you don't want multiple people yelling in a certain area. Now, you would like to see an extra officer, maybe a fourth, if they had for a contact team. So just to point out what you see right here. So if you see my cursor, right, you have the suspect right here, good distance away, especially for the taser to be deployed. And if you saw it, she actually has a Taser 10. And the Taser 10, you can deploy a taser up to 42 feet with the Taser 10, which is longer than what you could do with the Taser 7, and has more of a better impact, especially for if they have thick clothing. So what you see right here, lethal, this is lethal cover, less lethal, and he would more than likely be hands. So which the hands team. And a lot of things that has been changed when you're doing which this will be a felony stop, which you consider a felony arrest, right? Because now you're giving commands. Normally you will say, hey, drop down to your knees, walk to the sound of my voice, so on and so forth. Not depending on which side of police that you've been on, even if you've been the arrested and you had a stolen vehicle, when you've been called out, it's called a felony stop. For law enforcement, all right, this is how we navigate in order to mitigate any type of injuries, not only for the safety of officers, but also for the suspect there. All right, you have to, if they're compliant. Now, if you're not compliant, as you saw this person was, hey, you're winning prizes. All right.
Man,
Walk
what's
towards me.
going on?
You're gonna go in handcuffs. Walk towards
Why? What did I do?
Antonio. You have warrants, okay? That's what this is about. Turn around.
Man, I'm not doing none of that, bro.
Motherfucker, you're about to get tased.
Down there! Down there! Keep your hands where I can see me, or you're gonna get shot. I will not give you no warning.
Now, if you see that and you're like, why did he drop? He dropped because the taser was actually effective, right? It just took a little minute for the brain to connect what happened and down to the body, because maybe it was a late cross current connection, and that actually locked his legs up and caused him to fall. It wasn't even the shot, all right? The taser is the one that caused him to fall. Now, this is what I mean if you saw from my last video when I said 2 videos ago, when you saw when I say L-shaped formation, everybody is out of position for the most part because everybody's hiding. And I say that just because you have the 4th officer, but what you don't see, what you should be afraid of, especially for officer-wise, officer safety, crossfire, right? You don't want that blue on blue. It's normally the term what you would hear. And that blue on blue is because look where his position's at. This person's already on the suspect, but technically he has 3 guns drawn his way. Horrible position. All right. Horrible, because now, unless you train with each other, most times detectives don't, but unless you train with each other and you know for a fact that you're going to be safe, you don't want to be in that type of position, because it takes a lot of trust. Because say if you start shooting, you want to hit your fellow officer.
Down there! Keep your hands where I can see me, or you're gonna get shot. I will not give you no warning. You fall down!
As you can see, they formed a contact team. Make sure they grab the shield in order for it to approach safely, in case that he was armed. You don't know, because all the furtive movements, acting like he was reaching for something. So obviously that's the reason why they start shooting. So they got the shield to approach for safety, end up getting him detained, and obviously put him in handcuffs. Now I want to double back before we conclude this, just to put the emphasis on this, the importance of officer safety and the importance of knowing your position, especially if you're going to end up firing your firearm. You don't want to hit anyone unnecessarily besides the person that you're shooting at, the person that you believe that's imposing the most danger, which is obviously the suspect you're going to arrest. I want you to bear with me, but this is learning tools, right? So when you see this,
I will not give you no warning. You fall down!
as we pause, I'm going to pause this. As you look at the position of everybody, he shot, she shot, and he shot. But the most dangerous are these two. These two are behind. You can't dictate knowing which direction these two are going to go. So there's a chance that you're going to end up shooting either these two in the back in their vests, hopefully, or at worst, end up shooting them in the head. There's no way in the world where these two should be firing their firearms with these two in a high position. If anything, they should be pushing forward here in the gap or on the opposite side. And that's why we say the reason for the L shape. When I mentioned 2 videos ago, the meaning or the purpose of the L-shaped position is to mitigate the possibility of a crossfire or someone coming or crossing your line of fire, because you have that space. So in a heightened situation, this is where training becomes a big thing. You have to train active shooting situations. So that way, when something happens or a gun is possibly thrown into the fray, you're not panicking. And you don't want to do panic shots in the heat of the moment, because that's where mistakes are made. The suspect did end up surviving. All right, he's going to be taken into custody on multiple charges, including his felony warrant, which was the purpose of them being there and making contact anyway from the start. And I want to double back to the drone and the functions of it.
About 20,000 police departments across the country, and this tech, which is still pretty new, is on the verge of becoming commonplace. Drones are cheaper and nimbler than helicopters. They're also getting more sophisticated. Redmond PD is considering a partnership with Brink, a leading drone company that makes outdoor drones as well as tactical indoor drones.
If someone is inside with a rifle and it's dangerous to stand up a person to break out a window, this can happen.
This one can break glass, to go in through a window, push open doors, use thermal imaging, and even draw 3D floor plans in real time.
The tactical drone is all about reducing the probability of officer-involved shooting. So we're trying to keep officers safe, but also suspects safe.
Well, technology is still forever advancing law enforcement, right? In the right direction, I would say. And that's just my public opinion. Before we get out of here, I know a lot of people say Black History Month. I'm not one of those people. So I actually say happy 47th day of Black History, because Black history is American history. And I don't separate the two. And it's never delegated to just one month. With that being said, if you're law enforcement of old, a law enforcement of new, or even the general public, if you learned anything from this video, drop a like in the comment below. And like always, Jesus is the light of the way.